This is a very important video, not just for me, but for you. Today, we let this video change everything. If you read the title, it's very simple and very blunt. Today, we get our shit together, all right? Today, we stop making excuses. Today, we stop blaming everything on the universe. Today, we stop whatever foolishness and person that we were before. That person is gone. It's gone. So, without further ado, if you clicked on this video, you want to go ahead and start getting your shit together. I'm going to tell you how the heck to go do it. So on day one, it's very simple. We're talking about mindset. Mindset is everything. Bar none, hands down. If you probably, before you got to this video, you watched 1,000,001 different manifestation videos with all the different talking heads like Alex Hormozy, Andrew Tate, David Goggins. Think of whatever name and insert it in. But none of that stuff is gonna help us. Heck, none of the running, none of the exercising, none of that is gonna change unless we fix our mindset. So the first thing we need to do in getting our shit together is, like I said, mindset. How do we fix mindset? Very, very simple. Discipline. We need to create new habits that will allow us to create the new person we want to be. But in order to create those habits, we need to sit down, give yourself 5 minutes, or heck, 5 seconds. Tell yourself exactly what that person looks like that you want to be. You don't have to know where they live. You don't have to know what they drive. You don't have to know what job you have. You don't have to know any of that stuff. You need to internalize, like the little person in you has already done, a type of person you want the world to view you as. I'll give you 5 seconds. Okay, you know what that person looks like. Now, we make habits that that person will do, okay? Look, I really want to make clear that this right now is not about making excuses. We need actionable steps that we're going to actually follow every day. There's very simple tasks that we can do to create this person. I'm not exactly sure of what your life might be, but if you've watched my channel before, you know the next video or video before this one is about my life situation. I want to use my examples that you guys can literally follow and move forward, okay? And I want you, just like I am doing, to document the process of you becoming the person that you want to be, because it's very simple. All of us have the same amount of time, regardless of what we believe we can do. So, step number one to fixing your mindset. We don't belittle ourselves anymore. We don't get upset with ourselves anymore. We don't put down ourselves anymore. We don't allow the outside world to tell us our worth and value anymore. And most importantly, we don't deny our inner self anymore. For me, I spent a long time not listening to my own intuition and trusting outside sources to tell me what my life was supposed to be like. And that was a big problem, because as you can see, if I would have listened to myself and trusted myself, I would be secure in myself, which is probably the issue that some of you all are having while watching me. You might suffer from insecurities. You might suffer from outside validation. You might suffer from trying to understand where your place is in the world. And if I'm going to be completely transparent, that is good. It gives you things to work on. None of us are perfect. Heck, even the most successful people that we have probably watched. Like for me, I think his name is Gary Lee, the owner of Bloom. He documented his entire 10-year, he didn't document his entire 10-year process. He's become his own personal brand and has explained his entire 10-year process while essentially saying, I don't know what the heck I'm doing the whole time. So what's stopping you and me? It's all up here. This is why this is the first video. This doesn't require you to get a pen and paper. This doesn't require you to do anything but think. And not just think because you want your mind to run around and overthink. No, I need you to think and clear. Learn to turn off all the noise. Because once we turn off the noise, then we can move into our next step of our actions. We're gonna get a journal, okay? It's very easy to get a journal. If you don't have a journal at home, go to a Dollar Tree, go to a school, go somewhere and get a journal. It's not that hard to get a journal. Okay? We're gonna get a journal and we're gonna title it, What I Want, What Can I Control, and What Can I Do Right Now? Very simple, actionable steps to help us build the person we wanna be in the next 6 months. You don't believe me? Give me a second. All right. See, now here's my journal. I write in this every day. Like I told you, what do we want? What can or do I or we control? And what can I do right now? 3 very simple questions, 3 very actionable questions for us to get through 24 hours. Because a lot of people like to write down the entire mission statement and make the plan too big and no. That's not what we're gonna do because it's gonna throw us off track. We need to do stuff that we can do every day and control every day. Every business person that I have looked at in this process for myself, as I compile and concise everything for us to be the best that we can be, all come down to these very actionable steps. They ask themselves these questions every day and they act on them. As we continue to move forward, we'll be able to create the things that we want to create. Literally in doing this in the last 3 weeks that I've started this journey for myself, you guys know my journey. I got kicked out of my house. I paid majority of the bills and I got kicked out. I lost my home. I lost my safe space. I lost my sanity. I lost a lot of things that I had grew over the course of 7 years. Family, friends. I'm starting over from scratch, just like you. And when you start over from scratch, you get to make a choice. We either get to sit there, wallow in our mindset that we had before, or we pick up the pieces, we analyze the pieces, and we execute. The beautiful thing about this process is it doesn't have to be big. The main thing we need to do is move with purpose. I wouldn't even say fast. Every decision you make has to be made with purpose. Think about what it is you're doing. And if it makes sense and there's purpose behind it, then we execute. Now, as I was saying, back to our journal. So, wake up every day. I would say for you, my handwriting is a little trash. Don't make fun of me. It's a little garbage. But I wrote a note to myself. So when I fill up this journal and I finish it, I would hope that the person I was talking to in the future understands that we're about business. This is the last note. This is on the first page inside the journal. This is the last note the old you writes. Because the old you, the person that was there when all this happened, is relying on you to create the person that you want to be. So we need to make them. So here's how we're going to make them. Step 1, like I said in our journal, what do I want? I was listening to Tate talk the other day about people saying they spend more time planning a vacation than they will actually taking the time out to create the life that they want. Which is why I said in the beginning of this video, I want you to close your eyes and I want you to think about the person that you dream yourself to be. No limitations, no hand holding, not being forced into a box. No, I need you to, if you think that you're gonna be Elon Musk with rockets, what does that look like? Only you can tell yourself what that's gonna be. When you get that, then all you have to do every single day is just putting into the world who that person is. Once you start acting like that person, you become that person. Once you become that person, you're them, you're him. That's it. As stupid as it sounds, all of this stuff is so simple, but but it is not easy. Making this person is not going to be easy, which is why we have our actionable steps. Our 1% wins every day will create the person that we need to be. Okay? So, once we get to what we want, I know I kind of said that we need to sit and think about the person that we want to be, but this is something I write in the morning. Now, I have 2 journals. Some of you guys might not be ready to do that yet, and that's okay. But for me, I have my 2 journals, but my main journal is this one. I write in it every morning before I start the day because it tells me what I need to make sure I execute. So for what I want, I write 3 things, okay? For you, it could be what 3 things you want out of the day. Your 3 actionable steps for the day. Whether that be, I'm going to walk 1,000 steps, right? That might be your goal for the day. You might sit in an office all day, but you need to get your 1,000 steps done. So that's one of the things that you do. A second thing that you can do is read 10 pages in a book. I personally have been reading. I've never really read before. I've never really even taken the time out, like when it comes to me in school, to sit and like focus, you know? Or heck, even for you, that could be you just sitting down and focusing on one specific task for more than 20 minutes. One thing, completely locked in, like focused on. And you do it. You will be so surprised how much clarity it offers to you when you take the time out to sit and focus. Focusing in this time is everything. Everything. So I want you to remember that. Lastly, the third thing of our wants. Whatever you decide to make it be, it can be that you want to do some jumping jacks. It could be an exercise workout that you want for the day. I like to start big and work myself small, which is why I have these things in their way. So boom, we have our 3 things that we want out of the day, right? So now we move on to our next thing. Remember, this is our mindset. We go into this mindset every day to move forward. Now, number 2, again, another 3 things, different question. What can I control? If you are like me, and I want to make this very clear, you have most likely been spending your time letting the world control you, when in all truthfulness and honesty, you control yourself. We cannot control the world. We have been spending time trying to force the world to make sense for us, when we do not take the time to make us make sense for the world, which is why all the things that we probably wanted in life have faded away into obscurity. So, how do we fix this? Case in point, very simply, we dial the knob all the way back to its very layman and simple terms. If you need to tell yourself, heck, because I did, if you need to sit down and tell yourself, I can control how I breathe, I can control what I think, and I can control how I act, everything else, I guarantee you, will come to fruition. I guarantee. So much so that I have been doing this for 3 weeks and it has completely changed the person that I'm able to be calm. I have an autoimmune disease, just to go a little bit personal with me. I have an autoimmune disease. I can flare, get ulcers all over my body for no reason. And when we're talking about ulcers, we're talking about deep ulcers. Looks like these holes in my skin because I just get stressed and my body is like beating itself up and trying to blow up blood vessels for no reason. I get them all in my mouth to the point where I can't talk. And what turns it on is stress. I have been so stressed out throughout my life that I've given myself a disease. Like, let's think about that, guys. I have been so against myself for so long that my body has started fighting itself because it doesn't agree with it. Whose choice was that? Can I say God's? Sure. But I can look at it 2 ways. It took away my ability to walk when I was in high school. I was wheelchair bound, 6 months. I had to force myself to teach myself how to walk again. And I don't even recognize that for myself because I'm too busy looking out in the outside because I wanted the validation of others. And I would honestly put that back onto you guys. We need to become concise about the things that we want to do and the things that we want to accomplish. Because if I can do something like that, and I don't know you guys' stories, but I know you have something that you have traversed through in your life that you probably didn't even think about as something big at the time. I want you to go find that for yourself, realize that you got through it, and use that as motivation for you to move forward. Because you can. Because guess what? You controlled that. The universe didn't make that happen for you. You made it happen for you. And we're going to continue to make things happen for ourselves. Not because of this manifestation stuff, not because we're going to talk to ourselves and hype ourselves up in the mirror. No, because we're taking control of ourselves for the first time so that we don't fall back. We're getting our shit together. You hear me? Lastly, and like I said, for the things that you can control, again, to go back full circle, write those 3 things down. They can be 3 very simple things. Normally, I like to keep them simple because keep it simple, stupid will always get you out of trouble. Break everything down, analyze everything for exactly what it is worth, and move forward. Keep it simple, stupid. You know what you can control. If you can control your breathing, figure out all the things in your being that you can control, whether it be exercise, whether it be eating food. Like you can elaborate on these things as you do. But every morning, 3 new things you can control, because the things that you take with you from the day before are things that you knew you can control. So they don't change. They don't go away. They continue to build and secure the person that you are inside, because we're working on our mindset. Our mindset is everything. Now, lastly, this is the most important question of the entire day. The most important question. The most important question of the entire day. What can I do right now? Again, this is 3 things. This last question holds a lot of weight for me. And I would hope the way I'm speaking it translates to you. Because what you decide to do right now dictates the person you will be in the future. You owe it to yourself to be that person in the future. For me, as you can see, what I can do right now is talk to you, while also taking the time to essentially talk to myself. What you decide to do in the 24 hours every day that everyone else has creates the version of yourself that you have never seen. It has only been up here. You're trying to show the world. I don't know what you believe in. I believe in God. This whole thing for me has opened up my eyes in Christ. Not trying to sit here and be one of those heavy Christian people, because those people kind of scare me too, because they like to just throw so much into Christ without putting in the actionable steps. No, I believe in God because the Gospels essentially tell you how to be the best version of yourself that you can be possible. And it talks about energy, it talks about manifestation, it talks about how you're supposed to treat people, and this, that, and the third. Taking the time to really read in these times will also help you whilst listening to me. But the 3 things that you can choose to do right now, for me, I write this stuff down at 5:30 in the morning after I wake up, put away my bed, do my stretches, basic workout to freshen up and get prepared for the day. This is the last thing I do before I walk out of the door. Every day. And what you write down on that, what I can do right now, will determine the way you move through the day. I don't care what it is you do, that will make your day. The beginning of the day is the most fresh you will be throughout the entirety of the day. It is the most fresh. It is when your mind is the most clean. I haven't even eaten in this time. It is just you, your soul, God, and your mind. You feed your mind the person that you want to be every single day. And what you choose to do right now, will make you the person that you need to be. So, without further ado, your 3 things that you choose to do every day. Because this is my mindset. We're making our mindset. And we will, okay? We will do these things. These are the things you are telling yourself. Your word is your bond to yourself. I need you to remember that. The 3 things that we can do right now. For me, as I have said, one of them being, I will get up and I will record my video today. I want to start recording one of these videos for you all every single day. Because we're on this journey together. I am at my beginning. Some people are at their beginning. Some people can be halfway in their journey. But I am in my beginning. And I am choosing to create the things that I know I want to be created. We're not going on the internet anymore and watching. We can do. We can make. We don't have all the steps right now, and that's okay. We learn along the way. There's plenty of people that see us, and this is something else I want to leave you guys with before I close, because I'm about to be done. I'm about to be done, I promise. Because I know I can get long-winded, I know I can chat, but I really just want to give y'all this knowledge that I have been taking in for myself. Lost my train of thought. Oh, okay, my bad. Lost it again, damn it. We are the results of the actions that we put in place, which creates security in oneself. I asked many a people, I would say almost my entire life. I used to call my mom and my dad and ask them, why do you love me? I was suicidal. I wanted to take my life at some points. Not right now. And now that I think about even saying it out loud, it's like I didn't even want to do it then. I was just too emotionally immature to realize that I had purpose. I was always asking everybody, how do you get through this? How do you get through that? How do you do this? How do you do that? And it all comes down to the same thing. You make the choice. You make the choice to want to do it right now. So, I leave you with this. We are at the very beginning. At least I am at the beginning here, showing you all my beginning, starting anew, which we can do. It's very much possible. But I can't do it for you. I can sit here and be like Goggins, run 12 miles, do back-to-back Ironmans and all that, or I can be like Tate and tell you that, you know, to be the strongest man you want to be, depression doesn't exist in your mind. I can be that person. I will be that person one day where I can sit in front of the camera and tell everybody, look, this is what you got to go do it. Why? Because I want to be like those guys. I want to be big and strong. I want to be able to fight. I mean, I can fight now, but I can be better at fighting. I want to be a marksman. I want to be able to take out a gun and like Chuck Norris or Rambo. And I'm gonna be that guy because I said I am. But right now, in these beginning stages, as I continue to uplift the version of myself that I am, we need to tell ourselves what we can do right now. Because right now is all that matters. Okay? So, with the trust that I have in me, and starting this journey with you all, as I document everything I do in the next 6 months to upload a video every single day, to talk directly to you all so that we can be better. Because it isn't just about me. I would argue God, since I was a kid, By even my name means messenger. Okay? That was my name. That was what was given to me by my mother. My name is Giovanni. That means messenger in some language. I don't know, but that's what my grandma tells me. Okay? God's angels, messengers, something like that. If I'm going to be a messenger, I need to grow up here and allow the humility in myself to translate into everybody else in the world so that they know it's possible. You will watch me, and I don't care what happens in the next 6 months. I'm not going to be this person that I am now. The person that made the mistakes that he made before is dead. And I say it on video to hold myself accountable because I'm going to make something amazing out of this. I don't know what people I'm going to meet, but I'm going to meet them. I don't know what things I'm going to do, but I'm going to do them. Because you know what? I'm going to have the things that I want because I'm going to make sure that the people around me are going to be okay. Because that's what you got to do as a man. If you get knocked down on your face like how I am, like how some of y'all might be, man or woman, you get knocked down on your face, you know what you do? You pick up the fucking pieces and you get back on the horse and you go. Scars are cool for dudes, man. If you get hurt in this process, great. Show it off. Because I could be the guy that could wallow on the futon that you guys saw in the last video and be sad. Or realize I'm the guy that spent over $20,000 and bought camera equipment over the years for a failed photography business that now might build a multi-billion-dollar YouTube enterprise that'll somehow inspire people to get their shit together. Because you know what? I have to do that for me. And if I can show the world, but more importantly, if I can show myself that I can do this stuff for me, what's stopping you? You can do this. Is it going to be scary in the beginning? Yes. Are you going to make mistakes while you go through it? Yes. Are you going to probably fail again? Probably. But guess what? None of that stuff matters unless you do it. So, thank you so much for watching this video. I appreciate all of you. And as always, step by step, get your shit together. We're going to be here tomorrow. Talk to you soon.